Hello my lovely friends, and welcome in another video, welcome in another chit chat. If you've made here for the very first time, my name is Anna and welcome in Anna's Passion channel. Now I hope you will find something very inspirational for yourself. I hope you will find some tips and ideas what you can do. You might learn something and then you can take it away and create something similar. Today I thought, well, it may be just about the time to try something different, and I challenged myself and I decided I'm gonna create a tunnel card. So let me just reverse the camera and we can crack on and create the card together. I'll give you all the tips and ideas what you can take away and maybe create something similar. Maybe you will create something absolutely same what I'm creating. The choice is entirely up to you, whatever you're wanting to do with today's tutorial. I hope you will find a good inspiration, and I hope you will enjoy the whole process what I'm here for. Now if you could give me a little bit of shout out with your friends, you can share this video with your friends. I will really appreciate that. Maybe they also struggle, maybe they also would like some ideas what to do, how to learn, how to start. Maybe they are just starting the crafty journey and they're just feeling a bit overwhelmed with all the supplies. They don't know what to buy. So maybe this is going to be just a simple tutorial for them to actually open their eyes. What's the possibility there? And if you could possibly share that tutorial with your friends, I greatly will appreciate that support. Now let's reverse the camera, let's crack on and let's work together, working and creating this tunnel card. Today I'll be working with beautiful collection from Maremi Small Art, our wonderful Marta Lapkowska collection. Now I'm sure lots of you have this collection already because it has been released for quite a few years ago, and it's the Art Techniques papers what I will be working with. But let me just create a base together first, and then you will have an idea what you can do with this, and you can use those papers or you can use any other papers whatever you have on stash. So let's do it. Let's make it that base first. So welcome at my desk. As you can see, I already have few things prepared because I was creating them earlier, and then I thought, well, it might be actually a good idea to share this inspiration with you. Maybe you will have the idea and tips what you can do and how to create the tunnel card base yourself. So let me just bring my heavyweight the watercolor paper. I will be working with a heavyweight watercolor paper. This is roughly 300 GSM. Now if you have any other different weight of the watercolor paper, then by all means you can use it. Also you can use any other the weight of your paper whatever you have on stash. Now please remember it has to be quite heavy cardstock what you will be using, because the base has to be just heavy enough to hold in place all the folds and everything else what we'll be adding on. So I would recommend at least 180 GSM and above. The heavier is better, like I said. So let me just create the bases together. I haven't measured anything using a ruler. I just eyeball it with approximately where I want things to go, and I just thought, you know what, it will be a great idea to actually reach out for those great die cuts from Lady E Design stitched rectangles. This is a beautiful set of different sizes of frames where you can use for creating a beautiful project. So if you don't have those die cuts, I would recommend it to grab and buy those, because they're really versatile and you can actually use them for very different projects. So let me just start first. This is what we will be creating first. We will be working on a base, and for that you will need 2 pieces of a cardstock. Now I've already created the one of the bases what we will be sticking together. So this is this panel what I have. So what you need to do, you need to just score it 5 times using your scoring board. So if you just put it your piece of paper on your scoring board like so, you will be just scoring every three of the rows of your scoring board. So that will be roughly 1 centimeter where the scores will go. Now if you want to know the measurements of my base, then I'm more than happy to share that with you. Let me just grab my ruler. So my base, it measures, let's have a look, approximately 12.3 millimeter, like that, and the length, it is 16.8 centimeter, roughly, like that. So that's one of the bases. So you just score in, you just score in 5 lines, and then what we're doing with that, we're just creating an accordion. So we just fold in our folds, one up, one down, one up, one down, like so. Okay, so we're just pressing it down, and that's what we have. That's one of the panels what we will be using. Now for the second panel, let me just put that aside. For the second panel, we need to just measure first where we will be cutting our cardstock. So I'm just putting that approximately one on another, like so, and just make a little line so I know where I will be cutting my paper. So let me just cut this strip first. Okay, so we're cutting our paper. Nothing complicating so far, very simple steps so far, so I hope you are doing okay with those. Now what we need to do, we need to start making scores. So we're using our scoring board, and then we have to score 4 times. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So every 3 rows we are making a score. Let me just put that straight. 1, 2, 3. So it's 1 line. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, no, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now it's 4. Now it was 3. Okay, so now we have our panel there. Now we have to measure where we will have our front of our card. So if I just roll it like this, let me just reverse it to the other side. So if I will just roll it like this, you can measure with your ruler 17.8, I think I said, or 16.8, and then we can just make a mark. There we go. So this is where we will be scoring again, and then we just use our scoring knife and score. So we've got 1 line, 1, 2, 3, we've got 2, 1, 2, 3, 3 lines, and then 1, 2, 3. This is when we need to trim our paper. Okay, so let's trim it because we're not going to need that excess. Okay, perfect. So that's what we have. So we need to just create again the accordion. So again, starting facing like this, we just fold in our accordion, and again from the bottom, same. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Okay, so now we can use those great dies. Now I've picked those 2 dies. These are one after another, and the reason I've picked those 2, because when I will be adding the paper on top of my panel, then I can just cut nice shape on front, and then it will give me a nice margin between like 2-3 millimeters, so I will have beautiful nice white margin peeking through. So I'm using smaller die first, so I'm just gonna attach it just roughly in the center without much thinking, without much really stressing at all. And what I like to do, I like to add a bit of a washi tape on it. That will allow me to keep my die cut in one place. It will not move when I will be using my plate. So let me just go and use my Big Shot machine to roll it through, and then I'll come back to you in a moment. Okay, back to you, my lovely friends. So I've cut that using my Big Shot. Now gently I can just peel off my washi tape so it will not catch my paper, like so. Okay, so we have beautiful front for our card, what we can work on now. Now, before we'll start gluing pieces together, what I'm thinking to do first is that we can stick our elements together, these two. So we have front and back. Now we have to make proper measurements because you need to make sure that they are fitting nicely and they're not actually too short or they too long. Okay, so I can just stick that together like so. So I can just grab my glue. I've got my tacky glue. I really like to work with tacky glue, or my other top adhesive, it's the Extra Forte from Stamperia. These are my two best glues to go for. Okay, so I can just lift that a little bit up and I can just go and glue those together. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have our panel attached like so. Let me just make sure it's straight. Okay, good. So that's what we have so far. Okay, so if we just stick these two accordion flaps like this together, if we glue pair those elements together, then it will allow us to work on further elements a little bit better. Now if you don't want to stick those elements, you don't have to, but that's what I think. It will be just better for me to work further. Okay. Ooh, the sunshine peeking through. I'm sorry, can't see much. Let me just put my blind down so the vision will be just better. I'm sorry about that. I didn't notice that actually the vision on the camera, it's not so great. I'm so sorry. I hope you don't mind that. As you can see, I'm not a perfect person. Everybody making mistakes. I hope you don't mind that little fault of mine. Okay, so I'm gonna just hold that for a moment until the glue catched it, those two elements well, and then we can start choosing our papers. We can start using our elements, what we can use for our card, and we can crack on and work it on it. Okay, so that's what I have. Okay, so that's my panel, and if I will stick these two as well later on, after I've attached all the elements together, it will be easy for me to control everything, and the card will nicely hold in place. Okay, so that's what we have. Let me just bring this beautiful collection of markers. We've got these Art Technique papers, and I'm thinking which paper should we choose? I'm thinking we're gonna go for something very neutral, something very neutral background, because I'm thinking I will be using and working of course with the flowers, and I think I will be working with those pink flowers. I've already got some elements what I've cut out earlier, so to give it a bit of a contrast for those flowers, so it won't be just so very pinky, and will be a little bit too much going on them. This is the reason I will be choosing something very neutral, and I think this is the paper I will go for. However, this one's also good and it goes nicely with pink, but to give a bit of a contrast, I think I will go with this one, simply because to finish off my composition I can always add some leaves, I can always add some other elements as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just trim off that strip of the edge first, like so. That's what we have. And now I can decide, I think this is the paper I will use inside of my card. So for that I can just go and fully cover this back like so. So this is where I need to cut. Let's have a look at this side. This is where I need to cut. Okay, so let's do it. Let's cut that out like so. Okay, so that's what we have. And I think, let me just close that window. I think I will go for this green picking at the top, and this will go here. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that. Okay, so now I will just stick that down. So I have my tacky glue. Here we go, like so. This is a great idea to grab your papers from your stash, what you had for quite some time, what you haven't played with, simply because you may not have time, maybe you're not being inspired. This is a great idea to do it now and create something together with myself. Maybe you will find the inspiration what you were looking for. I'm hoping this is gonna be just very inspiring for you. So this is what we have so far. I think it looks pretty good to me. Now we can take the front panel, and for the front panel I think I will go again like that. But for the front panel I always like to leave white margin, white little margin, like roughly 2-3 millimeters. I always like to have a little white margin picking from. Now if you don't like to have a margin, then by all means it is entirely your choice not to do the margin. Like I said, I do like it, my margin. So let me just make a little marks. So this is where I need to trim my paper. This is very dark, I'm not able to see it properly. I think it's there. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm trimming this paper like so. Okay, lovely. Now, because we have a lovely round edges, we can also round it using our corner punch. Now if you don't have a corner punch, it's always good investment, and it will last you, and you can use it for so many different projects. So hang on a second, how does that happen? Oh dear. Yeah, that's okay. I was a little bit of panicking because that line is there. Let me just put that down. There we go. Yes. Okay, perfect. So if I can just reverse it and measure from the back, like so. So this is where we are. Okay. Let me just put that down so I can see it where I am. Okay. Now I can add a bit of a washi tape to this, simply because when I will be applying the second of the dies in front, I want to make sure that my paper won't move. Let me just find the end of my washi. I'm a bit fighting with that now. Where is it gone? Oh, we go. I think it's here. Yes, it is here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach a little strip of washi tape to this, like that, so it will stay in place, maybe in 2 different places, so it will hold better for me, like so. Okay, great. Okay, lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. And now I can apply the larger die cut on top. Hang on a second, this is where you are. Okay, and then I can draw just gently sketchy lines for this window. Okay, so I know where I will be cutting my window. So I've got a roof lines there, little delicate lines, and then I can just measure from here, like so. 1 second, can't see properly, it's a bit too far to see. 1 minute. Okay, I think this is where we are going. So I'm gonna grab my washes again and attach my die in front. And I can just go and use my big shot and just run it through, so I'll have nice white margin, and I'll get back to you when I've cut this out. Okay, I'm back to you now. I've cut everything now using my big shot. I can remove my washi tape from the back of my paper. Okay, great. So we have beautiful frame, as you can see, as you can tell, and then we have also another panel what we can use for a different project, which is perfectly fine. Let me just move that aside because we're not gonna need that for now. Okay, and we can concentrate on our card. So this is what we have. Let me just take a look. Okay, yes, that looks pretty cool. Yes, that looks lovely. That looks lovely. So what I'm going to do, without much thinking and debating and waiting, I'm gonna just attach my front to my card base, and I'm using again my tacky glue. There we go. Now if you want to be a little bit courageous, if you want to do a little bit of a distressing, then by I mean you have the option, you can absolutely do that. Let me just move that like this so I can see better. Where am I sticking my elements? Like so, a little bit to this side. And this is what I like about working with glue, because I can just move my elements before they will stick down. Now if you're working with the, for example, double-sided tape, then you have to be really precise, because you don't have that possibility to actually move your elements once it stick down, because when you peel it off and start sticking again, it will not have that that much glue on it, and then your paper could possibly rip as well. Oh, I really like that. How is it coming along? So what I'm thinking, what I'm going to do now, I think I will be just sticking these elements, or maybe not. That might be just the last job, to be honest, to do. So now I can just decide on the, for example, something in center what we can actually stick on, like it will be dangling for us. Now what I'm thinking to do, in fact, we can actually make like a rosette here, and then it will be just nicely in the center. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's do that. Let me just grab another piece of paper. Okay, this one will do. I've got 160 GSM this time. Why 160? Because I don't want my rosette to be too heavy, so my card will actually stand nicely. Yes, that will be just great. And again, we will be just using this strip of paper, and we will be scoring every 3 rows. There we go. Just make sure it aligns properly. Oh, I'm sorry. As much as I love sunshine, but not when it's shining on my table and I can't see what we are doing, and I'm sorry about that. The sunshine's gone down, so I lift my blind up and now it's coming back. I just have to think about reposition my working space somewhere else, so I don't have to just wiggle with the blind all the time. There we go. So we're just using our strip of paper and we're scoring every 3 rows. Now if you want to do a little bit further rows, like for example every 4, then by I mean you have the option, just your rosette will be a little bit wider. But I just like to keep it like nice and neat, so that's the reason I'm going for 3 rows, so it will be just nicely fitting in place. There we go. Now I'm hoping you're enjoying this kind of tutorial, and I'm hoping you have an inspiration what you can do, how you can actually step out of your comfort zone. If I'm honest, this is my very first tunnel card I'm working and creating together with you. So as you see, we are learning together, and that's what we're here for. We are here to support each other. We are here to give some tips and ideas to each other, and the crafty community is just absolutely great. I really truly enjoy it, being a part of this community. Okay, so this is what we have. I think I need to just cut that a little bit off, because it's just a little bit too high. Okay, great. Oops, what happened here? Didn't cut it too well. Let me just use my scissors and cut it right through. Okay, perfect. So what we need to do now, we can just cut this strip of paper in half, because we need to just make sure that our rosette will be just nice and round. So for that we need to have a very long strip of paper. So if we do it like this, then we have the possibility that our rosette will be nice and round. So what we're going to do now, we're going to just fold our strip of paper into accordion, like so, 1 up, 1 down, all the way through. This is very basic steps. I know loads of you, and probably all of you, know how to create the rosette, so I don't have to probably tell you all that steps. However, I just want to make sure that we're all doing the same steps together in this tutorial. Okay, so I have this fold. Now I can go and fold a second one as well, like so. Okay, folding, 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 folding. Okay, perfect. So we have our elements fold nicely. Now we can just stick those two elements like so, like so, like so. Let's have a look. Yeah, we can do it like this. Yeah. So let's just add a bit of a glue and stick our elements together. So as you see, we need a long strip of paper, like so. Okay, perfect. Let's just hold that for a moment. Oh, my memory card's flashing. Back to you, my lovely friends. Lately I'm having some issues with my camera. It's just playing me up and it's not recording as it used to. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just genuinely not happy with that. I hope nothing's going on really serious, so I don't have to replace my camera. That's not something what I'm looking forward, because I was really happy with this camera for quite good years, and now it's just not working properly. I hope, like I said, nothing's happening. It might be just some, I don't know, error connection or something. I don't know. I'm not a very technical person, so you have to forgive me on that. Okay, so back into my rosette. This is what we have. Okay, lovely, lovely. Now we can just flatten it down like so, and we can create a nice circle. So what we need to do, we have to just attach those elements together, and the way what we're gonna do, we're gonna just stick a circle at the back. So let's just grab it. I've got those already pre-cut. When I was sorting my camera, there was a little bit of a frustration there. Okay, let me just grab the circle. We have to add fair amount of a glue because we need to make sure it will catch all our folds nicely. Now, oopsie, keeps opening up. Let me just put that on again, like so. Okay, you don't want to do it, no? Okay, now let's do that. Okay, that will be pretty much where I want this to go. So I can reverse it back, like so. Okay, and let's just hold that for a moment so it will get attached with the glue what we have there. We can just, in the meantime, move our folds round so everywhere is even, to make sure it will be nice and round. Okay, here we go. Okay, that, I think that looks good. So I can just hold that for a moment in place like so, and then I can apply another circle on top. Again, a fair amount of a glue. Okay, so I have my rosette. Okay, can just move that a little bit there. Okay, lovely. That looks pretty cool to me. Okay, I hope you're enjoying it so far, and I hope you're having a good time working on the kind of a tunnel card together with me today. Oopsie, that's actually moved. Let me just take that. Okay, perfect. This is what I like working with the glue, because you always have a bit of a time to adjust it before it sticks for good. Okay, great. Great, great, great. Okay, here we go. Just press that fairly. So it won't come apart. Okay, I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's just make sure they are even everywhere. Yep, okay. I like my rosette. Okay, lovely. What we can do, we can just stick our rosette in center here. Now, we're not going to attach that at the back. We want to make sure that it will be nicely dangling. And for that, we can just use the acetate. Let me just grab the acetate from my shelf and I will get back to you in a second. Okay, so I have a piece of acetate. I don't know if you can see, now you can. And I will just cut a small strip of the acetate, quite thin, because I want it to be just not so much visible, if I'm honest. There we go. That will be just perfectly fine. Just put that aside. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just score a little lines there and from the other side as well. The reason I'm scoring this, because I will be attaching that to my edge at the top. And if I score it on 3 lines, can't see because it's in, there we go. If I score it on 3 lines, that will be exactly the same width to go into the this gap there. So if I can just fold those like so, and if I fold that in half, then I can just cut it in the center without stressing that it won't be the same length. There we go. You always can find a way. There we go. Like so. We can just trim that straight. If it's not so straight, there we go. As you can see, you don't have to be super measuring everything, like, you know, to every single like point. There we go. That will be just perfect. Yes, I like it. I like it. I hope you like it too. Okay, so what we can do, we can attach those to our rosette. We just have to decide which way it will be facing. There we go. Maybe just move our folds a little bit. I think I'll go for this side. So if I will attach that there, like so, that will hold. Oh, in fact, let's see if that will just hold in one of those straps. Let's have a look if that will be just good enough. Okay, so let's have a try. So this is where it will go. Yeah, I think I like it like this. Okay, so I can just position this there so I know it will stick there, and then I can add a bit of a glue on it, like so. And now I can apply my rosette. Which way was it? I think it was this way. go. Nice. I like it like this. So now the rosette will be just in the center of our window. Sorry, I was a little bit on the edge. You'd probably not seen it properly. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay, and I can actually stick that on as well. Let me just add a bit of a glue to this bit, like so. A bit too much. Let's just take a bit off, like so. Yes, I like that. Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Sorry, my silly singing. Okay, so that's what we have. Let me just hold that for a moment so it will stick. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Yes, I like that. That looks pretty cool. Okay, I don't think I will actually add another one on top because that looks pretty cool and that looks okay. It will be nicely dangling there. Yeah. So one of those can go aside and we can use for a different one. This is just still not stick in place. You have to be just so super patient with that. I might as well just wait for a few moments and work out on my composition. While this is drying, I can just hold it there and bring my elements and decide on my composition. Let me just so this is the flowers what I will be using for my decoration. Let me bring my 4 Miran flowers. Of course, I have to use my 4 Miran flowers. You know me too well. I love my 4 Miran flowers, and I'm sharing tutorials for you as well how to make those. So I'm hoping you're gonna enjoy it as well and maybe learn to make those. Let me bring those and we can crack on making our decoration. Back to you, my lovely friends. I have my flowers, what I've created in few videos ago. If you fancy learning to make them, then I would link you the link for this video in the description box below. I hope you will find that inspirational and you will be able to create maybe similar flowers. So without much thinking, I'm just attaching my flower on front of my rosette like this, so it will be nicely fitting in the center. And then I've got those flowers as well, so I'm thinking maybe I will create a composition here at the angle and then one little one at the top, so it will be like a composition across. And now we can just figure out which flowers we can add. Blue, well, they look okay. Maybe pink. Let's try pink. No, it will be too pinky, definitely not. But maybe we can try those. This one's too big there. Yeah, I actually like it like this, because we've got a bit of a blue there, so blue looks nice. However, if we try this one there, yeah, I think I like it like this. Let me just give you a close-up. I think I like it like this. And then we can just add leaves as well, or we can use those blue as well. I think, no, they will be a little bit too overwhelmed there. Yes, I think that looks okay together. So let's just add these on. So we will have nice composition. Okay, like that. So hot glue definitely needs to be handy for us at this point. So let's add our flower. There we go. if we hold it like this a little bit at the angle, so it will stick nicely in the position how we want. Now we can add a bit of a glue to this one. Yes, look good to me. And then this one will go just here. Yeah. Okay, so we can add the glue at the bottom. Not so much, not so much. Be careful, because we have elements picking from the back, so we don't want to have a glue all over on our card. We want to make sure that nothing's gonna be just too much glue there. Okay, this can go there, like this, and then we can add this element as well. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, now I've got a few leaves as well. These leaves also from Emilia's Dies, if you wonder. You can also get them from Emilia's shop. I'll link you in the description box below if you fancy any shopping. There we go. Oh yes, I like that there. Let me just stick this. So it will be picking it through. This one goes there. Now if you fold your leaves a little bit like that, then they will have a little bit dimension, and they won't be just so like straight. They will look nicer. Okay, let me just bring that up for you. So that's what we have so far, and we can just add some leaves as well to this part of our card. Of course, we can add it here, like so. Great. We can add it here. Yep, on this edge. Yeah, definitely we need it there, so it will fill our gaps from the That's good, that's good, good, good. Now we can add one also here between those petals. I think that will look good. Yep, we can, definitely we can. Here we go. So we're adding it on here, like so. And then we can add one here as well, I think. Yes, that will look good. Let's add it on. There we go. Just right here. Okay, I like that. Is it any more? Yeah, maybe we can add it here. Yes, that will be just nicely lifting our composition. Definitely. Like so. Just add it in there. Okay, great. Now I have those little branches as well. I'm thinking I will add them also, so that composition will be just nice and will be just filled. It won't be just as blunt, it will be just very dimensional. Oh, we've got strings all over everywhere. Okay, glue strings. Here we go. Yes, I like that, definitely. That adds actually giving extra interest, extra dimension to our card. It looks nicer, fuller. There we go. So we've got that there. We can add it maybe there as well. Yes, looks good. A bit of a glue. There we go. Just like so. Okay. Now we can add one here as well, like that. Yes, look good. Look good, good, good. Just a tiny amount of a glue. There we go. So we have that peeking through there, and then we can add it on this side as well, between those leaves, like so. Yes, that looks good. And then maybe one we can add on this side. Just make it so smaller. Yes, that will look good. That will look good. So let's just add that as well. Here we go. Great. Yes. And all I need to do now, maybe I will add this. Ooh, yes, I like it like that. Hang on a second. Shall I add it here? No, definitely not. It will go there. Okay, let's add this leaf here. I think it was just filling our composition nicely. Yes, like that. Okay, lovely. So I'm pretty happy with what I have now. Now we need a title for our card. We definitely need a title for our card. And I have this lovely gift from my lovely friend Janet. Thank you, Janet. I have those from you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will add a message, birthday wishes. Now I'm thinking, I think I will just stick that on the rosette on its own, like that, or I actually will add it on in a different place, maybe here. Let me just try that and see how it is. I like it there, and I like it there. Well, decision. Well, to be honest, I like it there, but because it will be just partially covered, yeah, I will add it here, or alternatively we can add it at the bottom there. No. Yes, I will add it just here. So we have birthday wishes. A bit of a glue. Don't press it too hard so it will stand out nicely. There we go, just make sure it's straight. There we go. Lovely. I think I am pretty happy with my first ever tunnel card. What I can do to finish it off, I can add white splatters. Yes, I think I will add white splatters. Yes, I think that will look good. So a bit of acrylic paint on my mat, my brush, water, and we can add a few splatters. Okay, great. Mix it. Yes, that makes a massive difference. And I think it looks really cool like this. Let's add a bit of splatters on my flower. Here we go. Now I've got splatters everywhere. So this is it. What we need to do when the splatters dry, of course, we can just stick those elements together, and then our card will nicely stand, and then we have our beautiful rosette in the center dangling. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial using Maremi's art technique paper, and I hope you have the inspiration what you can do with them. I hope you have some tips as well from today's tutorial, and like I said, if you would greatly share this tutorial with your friends, I will truly appreciate, so this community will grow and we'll all support each other as well. So this is it. Thank you so much for your time watching this tutorial, and till the next time, my beautiful friends, I'll talk to you soon, and love to you all, and bye for now. Bye bye.